Hello and welcome back to Frostpunk, the Arks. In our last episode, we started the new game of the Arks and started establishing a city here around the 4 seedling Arks that we have to protect and keep warm. And over the course of that building, we have started sending out scouts because we needed to have them go out and find the plans for our factory, and they're just about back, so we'll be able to start building that factory pretty soon. And we also have an automaton on its way back, which, funnily enough, this has started its way back long before these guys did, but it will be back 3 hours later than them. So anyway, let's unpause the game and get it started here. And we are researching the hothouse so that we can actually have some food, because we have 4 days worth of rations here, because we only have 45 people and they only eat 1 ration a day. But it's better to have food that you don't need than to need food that you don't have. And the scouts have returned to the city with a bunch of stuff, including the plans for the factory. So we automatically get the factory researched because of having the plans for it, which is kind of a funny thing in a way. Because it researches here even though we haven't unlocked that, and it shows us the entire factory tree here, which we will actually be using in some of it in this series, unlike in A New Home, which we didn't do. So we can close that, but let's send our scouts back out, and I'd like to send them all the way out here to one of these farther out ones. These close ones we can get later, but I want to send them out to the farther out ones. So of course I'm going to use the same travel trick that we used in A New Home to send them to a known site, so they get the fast travel buff, which cuts the time in half, and then we'll send them from there to one of the unknown sites. And so they can start traveling, and we're already filling up on coal and wood, which is pretty good, given that we're still just gathering stuff here. Hothouse has been researched. So now that we have the hothouse, we're going to step back into the resources tab here and start researching some of the resource collection buildings, starting with the steelworks, because we have 39 steel left on top of what we've already collected. Whereas we have, let's see, can I click on it without clicking on the, what's the problem with these automatons is they tend to merge themselves in there. We have 104 wood left that we can collect, and we have 280 coal there and 580 coal there, so we have plenty of coal available, but steel's going to run out pretty fast, especially as we're doing research and, well, we're not going to do any more construction with it, but yes, we are actually. I think the hothouse uses some steel. No, it actually doesn't. It uses a steam core, though. We're going to build our hothouse right here in front of this arc. And we want people to come and build it quickly. So we're going to take these engineers off of these crates that we've been gathering on top of what the automaton was gathering. And they're going to come over here and build the hothouse. Steam cores. We just used our first steam core. Steam cores are a necessary component in advanced technology. We can't manufacture steam cores in the city, so let's hope that our scouts find them during their expeditions. I see. And we'll get that built as soon as possible here. I guess I should have freed up those workers before I came in here to do this, but it's alright. And the automaton is just about here. Actually, it is here. Automaton reaches the city. Sir, an automaton has reached our city. It's fully operational and ready for work. I see. And so we can give that a job to do, and actually I'm going to toss it in here and let those engineers come and help build this hothouse. And we depleted our first steel wreckage, so we only have a bit of this one left, 22 left, and falling, which means we have about 4 hours left before we run out of steel to gather. But we're doing good on supplies, as I mentioned earlier. We have lots of wood and lots of coal. We're coming up on a temperature drop point. I mean, it's more than a day away, but in preparation for it, do I want to build? Oh no, we didn't turn the heaters on yet, did we? Nope, I don't. Okay, I don't need to build them yet. Eventually, I'm going to build some steam hubs, but I don't want to spend the steel on the steam hubs until we need it, and I don't think we'll need it for this drop to -40. If we do, we can build some quickly, but I don't think we will. So we're going to put the engineers in there, and then 5 of them are just going to be jobless for now. Actually, maybe we'll give one of them a job. The seedling arcs might freeze. Captain, in a few days the temperature will drop. Our seedling arcs will be in danger. We have to keep them warm with heaters or steam hubs. I see. We will. We have heaters already. Thank you for the warning, which is great. We need to turn the heater on in the hothouse, by the way. Somewhat, I guess, ironically. And we can turn the heater off out here because we put an automaton in there. Or maybe not ironically, depending how you think about it. Oh, and the steelworks was researched. So let's go ahead and build or research the sawmill next. Because we have a lot of coal, but we're also really close on the wood crates that we have left. How many do we have left? Can I see without fighting with the automaton too much? 87 wood. So yeah, we're going to get there pretty quickly. So we have this pile of iron ore here, this node. And we're going to go ahead and build a steelworks, just one right there. As you can see, it's going to destroy some of the resources in the area, specifically some of the trees in the area. But I'm fine with it. As we talked about in the last episode, we have so many trees here, we don't need to worry about that. So we'll bring this out like that, and then I'm going to build it across. I'm actually going to go all the way across. We have the workers to do it, so I'm going to go ahead and go all the way across with it. And then unpause and speed it up. And actually it's going to be completely free time pretty soon, so it'll be even better. Steel record was depleted, so now this gathering post has nothing in range, so we can go ahead and dismantle that. And now we have 10 more workers that are free. But that's good, because we have a steel place that we need to do. And we need to build our factory also tonight. Let's go ahead and build that. I think right here is a good place for the factory. And I know your coal is full. It'll be fine. And so, of course, this is going to take 10 workers, and I think this takes 5, so that's basically all of our workers again. But it's kind of how this works. Like, you get an automaton, and then you free up some workers by putting the automaton to work, and then you get more stuff for the automaton to do, or the workers to do, and then you get another automaton, and the cycle continues. I don't think we need the heater here. No, it's plenty warm enough. It's got extra insulation. But actually I want to take out this automaton and put it down here when it's time, and not fight with the maxed out coal, and let this one just keep it full until we need it. And we can also produce an automaton. We need to build one, because we need to have a total of 3, and we have 2 right now. So we're going to go ahead and set it up to build one. These cost 100 steel, 100 wood, 50 coal, and 1 seam core. So you can see that it's a little rough to gather enough of them, or enough stuff for them. And let's also build some resource depots too. We can build one right there. I think that'll be enough for now. We're going to put coal in it, so... Ah, you're done. Good. Let's go extended shift, even though we won't need it, and we won't need the heater either. But that'll be okay. We'll get that built quickly, and then we can store coal in it, and then we will be much better off. That needs to be extended as well. Get it finished. Where are you going? You're going to go help? I don't need your help. Okay, we're going to put coal in there, and then I can throw those 9 workers in here. Keep them busy. Yeah, you're trying to help. Okay, go to work now. I think you're supposed to be mining steel, aren't you? You are, even though you're not over there. Perfect. Okay, so this has a lot of coal left. It's going to take about 30 hours to get all that coal. And what's that, about 18 hours or something on the wood crates? But, oh, no, never mind. We have our scout waiting, so we could do the empty shelter or the windswept snowfield. I don't know which one's better, if either, so we're just going to go to the empty shelter. But I want to remember 19 hours for that travel time. because I think that'll be important later. And as you can see, the hothouse is constantly producing food. You'll see this number tick up, and every time it has 2 produced, then the one worker that's here, engineer that's here, will produce those 5 rations from those 2 food. I think this is the point where we want to have steam hubs in, because I think the temperature drops again after this. So we need to have the steam hubs ready to go and built. Or built and ready to go, or how we want to word that. Autonomous city. The automatons are performing admirably. Now we have to make enough of them to automate all the critical operations in the city before the storm hits. It's the only way to ensure that the seedling arcs will be supported during the storm. Hope rises. Okay, so now we have a new quest where we need to have it get to a place where you can read this. Maybe down here-ish. Yeah, we need to have an automaton, 2 automatons working in the coal industry, 1 in the steel, 1 in wood, and 1 in the raw food industry. So we need to have a hothouse operated by an automaton, a sawmill, which we're going to build momentarily, a steel works, which we already have, and then 2 coal industry, which we could do 2 coal mines or 2 coal thumpers, whichever we want to have. We're still working on that sawmill, so we can continue. I think maybe we'll go ahead and do the one here in the hothouse, just to kind of get credit for that there. And we have to have them all simultaneous, so getting credit's a misnomer a little bit. But we can take those 10 workers then, and we can put them to work, I think maybe back out here at the piles. And get that wood depleted while this research is going until that sawmill is ready to be built. Let's speed it up again. And as you can see, that 1 worker is more than able to keep up with 10 people in the hothouse, so I'm not worried about it. Sawmill researched. So the next thing that I want to do is the coal mine. We're going to skip the coal thumper for right now and jump right into the coal mine. Because we have steam cores available, the coal mines are more efficient. They mine 240 versus 560, which makes them seem not as efficient, except that you need 2 gathering posts, which means you need to have 30 workers to get 560. Whereas we're going to get 240 with 10, so technically this is a little bit more efficient. Or 1 automaton. But either way. And let's build that sawmill. Almost forgot. So we have a lot of trees available. I'm going to build this in kind of a key spot. Where do I want this built? I think right about here. And we're going to destroy... No, actually, let's build it on this side, I think. Yeah, we'll build it on this side. We're not going to destroy any resources to build it. But... let's take those engineers... No, leave those in there, sorry. Take them out of here. This is just about gone anyway. And we'll build that sawmill, and then we can staff it with an automaton. Because, yeah. Probably that one. But we won't actually destroy this sawmill because later on it'll get more. We can research the extended reach, and then it might be able to pick up some more trees later on. Fundamental research. Sir, an engineer is asking for a day off to study an automaton closely. The automatons can be improved. They may be the pinnacle of our technology, but if we learned how to make them, we can surely learn how to make them better. If I take a closer look at any machine, I can adjust it to improve its performance. Why should it be any different with them? So we can let him carry on with the project, which will make the engineer unavailable to work for 24 hours, or we can make him get back to work. We're going to carry on with the project and pander to him a little bit. Take one of the engineers out of this gathering post and replace him in that workshop, and then continue on. Pick the speed up. We'll get that sawmill built. And then I want to take the automaton out of here. Throw those 10 workers in there to get that finished up. And put the automaton in this. And I want to turn the heat on here then. By the way. And I click on the thing. And extend that. How did that not... How was that not extended? Maybe because I put the automatons in, it de-extended them? Don't know. Okay, but the automaton's going to come here, so now we have credit for 3 out of the 5. And we need some coal industry buildings before we can do that one, of course. Looks like we might get coal done just before the end of the day. No. That's right. We're going to 20, not 18. So coal mining is researched. And now we want to do generator power so that we can handle any cold in the future. This one will come pretty soon. This one will actually come fairly soon too. Maybe the sawmill upgrade at some point soon. That's also a good option. But I think we want to go ahead and get prepared for any other cold. We don't have enough steel yet to build another automaton, or enough wood for that matter. But now that we have a sawmill almost ready. Come on, automaton, get in there and get to work. Okay, those wood crates depleted. We have a few left here, and then that'll be gone, and then we just have the coal left. I don't know why it's red when we have 5 days of coal. That's weird to me. I mean, I get it with these, but it's 5 days of coal. It should be fine with that number. We get something else to build? Oh yeah, the coal mine. Duh. Let's get those built. At least one of them built. Yeah, one of them, we'll get one of them built now. And I want to come up here, and then across, and we're going to go ahead and build all the way across too. Because we'll need to for later anyway. And it's just becoming work time being over with, so we'll go ahead and get that going. And we'll zip through the night. Scouts have reached the empty shelter, a distinct spot in Frostland. We can use it as a waypoint for further exploration. New landmark. Our search hasn't uncovered anything of value, but we may be able to reach some more promising locations from here. Sites discovered the Icefall Mine. Let's carry on out here. Go ahead and take that one. And we'll go fast through the night again. And we have another law we can sign. I just noticed, I don't know how long it's been there. So, we could take the fighting arena. That helps with discontent. We could take their house, but it won't help right now because we don't need any. We don't need it for anyone. And we haven't had anyone die, so I'm not worrying about the cemetery or any of these down here because I'm hoping no one dies. And then, so I think the fighting arena is going to be our choice here. So let's go ahead and take that. And we can go ahead and build it. So when we have the supplies, 15 wood, we definitely have the supplies. And there's a sweet spot right here where it can reach all 5 houses. So we're going to build that there. We have one sick person who hasn't made it to the medical post yet. Let's see. I'm going to wait on this coal mine, firing it up, until we deplete this coal here. Or this coal here, which will probably be that one. It should be that one first. Fighting arena built. Fighting arena has been established in accordance with the new law. Hope rises. And discontent drops because of the fighting arena, which is great. So as soon as we get this guy mining or collecting some wood, we can do another automaton, which would be great. Then we can make him work over there, make it work over there. But it looks like the cold might hit first. Which is probably a good idea. The seedlings are in danger. Captain, the temperature in one of the seedling arks has dropped too low. If we do nothing, its precious contents will be lost. We mustn't let that happen. I see. So because we dropped to now -40, the seedling arcs have dropped to cold. So we researched the heaters. So let's go ahead and take advantage of, the heaters. That one. And this is an automaton. No, this is workers. Let's turn that on. Oops, that probably should have been on already. That one is an automaton. This is an automaton. This is probably going to be an automaton. This needs heat on, heat on, heat on, heat on for sure. That one's already on. Yep, so that's good for now. And we depleted those wood crates. And we just need to get rid of a little bit more in the way of the coal there. And the sawmill's just going to give us 5 wood per hour. Just under 5 wood per hour. So we now have to be a little more careful. But not too careful. We need another automaton. We'll speed up and try and collect some resources here. Generator power upgrade. Research. I need to jump onto the generator and tell it to not crank the steam up. And then we're going to come over here and we're going to research bunkhouses next. Because when the next cold comes, we're going to need a little bit more insulation. In fact, we can kind of use it right now because these are all chilly. So having the additional insulation before we get to this point will be really nice to have. And so the next pile of steel we get, I want to build the steam hubs so we have them built. And we're done here, so we can dismantle this. The search for steam cores. Captain, we've run out of steam cores. We know there are some industrial ruins to the north and south. We might find more steam cores there. I see. Let's see. So let's go out here to the map. Oh, it took us out to the map automatically. So we have this point here and that point there of interest. So we need to actually get another scouting team. So as soon as the bunkhouse is done, that'll be our next research, is the additional scout teams. Scouts have reached the Icefall Mine, because our primary scouting team's way out here. This mine is at risk of being buried by an avalanche at any time. It must have been abandoned a long time ago. A hasty exit. Judging by the equipment, it looks like this mine was constructed before the Great Winter, possibly by the first prospectors to explore the area. The general disarray inside the building suggests that they were abandoned abruptly, presumably due to some sort of earthquake. Many valuable resources have been left behind. Take their valuable resources, and now we're going to head to the windswept field, but I think we want to stop by the empty shelter first. If we go straight there, it's a day and 5 hours, so that's 29 hours. If we go here first, I don't know how long it is, I forgot to check. If we go here first, that's 15 plus, I think it was 19, which is way more. So let's go here first, 6 hours, and then we'll continue the rest of the way. That was a day 5, I think. Yeah, it's 29, and this is only 6, so I think that's the best bet. Unpause, and let's go. And we built our next automaton. Test subject needed. Oh, this is good timing. Sir, the engineer working on the automaton project is back. He wants to borrow an automaton. I'm close to a breakthrough. I just need an automaton for a day, and I believe I'll be able to propose specific modifications that will raise their performance permanently. So we can choose to give him an automaton, and that means that it's out of service for 24 hours. Or tell him we can't afford it, and his project will fail. Well, we've already started it. We might as well finish it. So that'll take that automaton we just got out of service, but that's okay, because we're going to throw these 10 workers in here. Actually, we're going to put 8 of them in there. And put the other 2 in here, just to get rid of this sooner. It's only about 3 hours away anyway, so that's fine. And we're kind of done with the with making automatons for a little bit, until our scouts get back with the materials they're hauling, because they've got a decent amount of steel. They don't have any wood yet, though. Hopefully they pick some up. Coal pile depleted. Okay, so that's the first one of these 2 here. And this one only has a few pieces left, 30, so it won't be long now. Especially at 26. There it is right there, actually. So now we can dismantle this. And then I want to use those workers to build another sawmill. And I think I want to build that sawmill around here. Maybe right there. And we need to have a little bit of a road here, but I'm going to build a little bit more than a little bit of road. And those handful of workers... Wait a minute, why? Oh, no, why 11? We'll throw the 2 of them in there. Bunkhouses researched. So now let's go here to more scouts. We could take automaton scouts. I don't know how the automaton scouts perform compared to the human scouts. I've never actually taken that that research. So we're gonna take an additional scouting team here, and that'll be done in whatever it is, a few hours, I guess. We're not gonna do the bunkhouse build just yet, but hopefully I'll be able to do it right in this night here, just before the cold comes. So I guess I should have taken the extra scouts first. Oh, speaking of scouts, let's move on to the windswept field. 19 hours from there. I think it was 19 hours from here. So, but either way, it was 29, and now in this case, it's only 25. So that's worth it. And actually, it's not even that many because it was only 18 something change. Heat is on. And we'll turn the heat on here and put these workers in there once they build the road. Oh, and also extend the shift. We are filling up on food rations. Which is okay, because we can stock up on our raw food then too. Maybe it's time to go ahead and build the steam hubs. They cost 20 steel each, so actually we need more steel. So maybe I won't build them. But we should spend the extra wood we have right now on another steelworks here. And build that up tonight. Oh, I forgot about that. You can't build over this last segment here because yeah, the steel or the iron ore is there. But that's fine. We'll do that instead. There are only 3 people coming out here to work. It's in the middle of the night. We should get more workers. And it goes back up to minus 30, which is great, because then we can turn the heaters off again in the seedling arcs in here, possibly in here. Yes, in here, and I think also here, but I don't think in the hothouse. No, we still need the hothouse heated up. You as well. What about you guys? Nope, we need these guys warm as well. Okay, that's fine. And nobody built this overnight. I think they're probably going to go out there and do it still today. Which is fine. What's the coal mine again? 10 more steel cost. We're going to have to get it eventually, but... Actually, we're going to get that other automaton pretty quickly here, too. Yeah, you can see some of the workers are out here working on this instead of working in their shops and stuff. Done? Yes. Okay. I'm going to borrow the 5 workers from here. 5 engineers from here, rather. And we'll send out another scout team. So now we can go to these 2 points of interest. And I'm going to go to the South Pass first. Oh, and we need to do another research. So after that one... I think now we want to do coal thumpers. Or do we? I think we should do medical post upgrade. The reason being is we still have 4 sick people, and I'd like to get rid of them. And that'll help a little bit too. And we don't need that much coal coming in just yet. I mean, we have 5 days of coal on one coal mine, We're going to need it starting back out here someplace, but for now... Ah, the malfunctioning automaton has been repaired. Steam core needed. Sir, the engineer working on the automaton project sent in his report. He broke the automaton he borrowed. Of course he did. Now he wants a steam core. The damage hasn't been for nothing. We can fix the broken machine, and on top of that, we can now adjust the automatons to make them work faster. The engineer is busy again now, but he said he's onto something really exciting. Well, we can give him the steam core. It's going to make some people a little bit mad, but it'll also raise the efficiency of automatons. Or we say we can't afford it. Well, we can afford a steam core because, well, I know things. And in the meantime, our scouts also reached the windswept snowfield. So let's go ahead and explore that. A new landmark. Our search hasn't uncovered anything of value, but we may be able to reach more promising, including the wrecked vehicle and the snow crawler. I think the wrecked vehicle we'll go to first. And we have another law we can sign. And I think the public house is going to be my next choice, because we don't need a care house yet, so I'm not going to bother with that. But a public house will raise hope slightly, and it'll discontent people who come and visit it. So I think that's a good idea. And we'll build that tonight, but I'm going to go ahead and lay it out. And I'm just going to put it right here next to the fighting pit. It doesn't have an area of influence like the fighting pit does, or fighting arena does, but I'm going to build it there anyway. And, oh, the automaton. Right. Let's put him in... Oh, we need to put it here, actually. Turn that off. Put the automaton in. And then we're going to bring these 10 people over here, I think. No, let's put 7 and 7, I think. Split them in half. Right down the middle. And now we have one in the coal industry. We need to just get the second one going. But just that flipping around of workers got them tossed into the building that, which I guess I should have waited to do. And we're going to have to take 5 of those workers back. Sorry about that. Let's take 2 from here. And I think 3 from here. And chop them into there. Public house built. A public house has been erected in accordance with the new law. People are anxious to let off steam in the new house of respite. Hope rises. The good news is, the public house opens at like 19 to 23. So when the people get off work an hour after it opens, they'll actually go there and use it tonight, which is nice. Kind of nice. Medical post upgrade research, so now we can heal our sick 10% faster. Do I want the coal thumper now? Or I could do the resource depot upgrade. I'm going to do the resource depot upgrade first. We don't really have any workers that can work at a coal thumper just yet anyway, so we'll leave it this way. This worker out here at the cookhouse could actually probably be redeployed elsewhere because we have so much food now. We're stockpiling rations. Although we could probably build some more resource depots. Yeah, we'll build them here. Build a couple. That's all we can build, so that's good. We don't have much wood. Yeah, that's a good choice then. Actually, it might even be a better choice to put them all in the sawmill. No, because we need to have more steel for the steam hubs. Eventually. We actually don't need them until 40, 30, 40, after here sometime. Alright, so let's do, well, nothing yet, but I'll just have them there as buffers. Scouts have reached the wrecked vehicle. We found the wreck of some sort of vehicle. We can salvage some parts from it. Hidden supplies. Whilst disassembling the wreck to salvage what we could from it, we found a hidden cache of supplies. Nice. More steel and more coal. And then we'll zip over here to the snow crawler. And I think that's where we're going to wrap up this episode. So, thank you all for joining me. And I will see you all in the next one, where we will hopefully finish up with these scouts out in the east. I guess it is. That's the south pass we're headed toward here. Out here to the east. I think this might be the last point of interest. We'll head back, drop off the stuff, and then these guys can scout here to the Misty Valley to the north. And then we will also get another automaton going and finish this quest, and then continue on from there. So thank you all for joining me, and I will see you next time. Bye for now.